It was a bit more nervy than it needed to be at the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I'm a bit tired of saying that because that's been sometimes the story of our season because we controlled today for sure. First half was good. First 20 minutes of the second half was particularly good. But we need to take more of our chances. It's a fact because you leave teams slightly in the game. I think they had probably 2 shots at the back end of the game and 1 goes in. So yeah, that was a frustrating thing in what was a very good performance.
When the goal went in, you kicked, almost kicked the dugout and a couple of times stamped your feet. Does that put you through the ringer more than any other game?
Well, Valencia was a bit tough as well, but I just felt because it was so comfortable, but I was so aware of the firstly the Valencia score, and secondly that 2-0 is a dangerous result if you're scared of drawing it because you concede 1 and we all know what happened. So I was angry with the fact that at half time I asked for a push from the lads and they gave us that, and I can never doubt that the lads are giving everything, but the reality is we need to be better in their box. We need to take more of our chances, whether it be the Premier League or the Champions League.
That's the way you want them to play, though, attacking, though, isn't it? You don't want them to change and become more, how do you put it, defensive, do you? You don't want them to do that. You'd rather they attack.
No, I mean, I don't want us to be all about attack and no defence, and of course there's a balance to your play, but I think with the players we've got, the way we're playing, we are arriving a lot, I think, in terms of the Premier League, in terms of chances created. We're right up there with the teams that are right up there. But we're not scoring as many. And on the flip side, we are actually conceding. We're conceding through not conceding 20 shots and conceding 1 or 2 goals. We're actually conceding probably from 2 shots a day we concede a goal. So they are. I think we should keep balanced about it and know that the fact that this was always going to be a work in progress, and today was a perfect example for me of where we can get better. We're in the next stage. I think that's a really good achievement for the group, but we know that once you get to the next stage and how cutthroat it will be, the sort of opposition we're looking at, we're going to be up against, we can't afford to miss chances or to give chances away, the chance conversion that we're getting.
Frank, you were saying earlier that you were suggesting, I think you were asked about January. You were saying that's an area you're going to look at. Is that right?
Well, I think I would look at all areas always for the team, but I think in terms of, I suppose it was quite clear in the summer that you lose Eden Hazard, who was a huge part of scoring or creating our goals last season, and in seasons before that, to be fair, the high level of player he is. So I think we've found ways as a team where we can still be competitive. We've shown that in the league and now in the Champions League. But yeah, going forward, then if we're looking at can we get even better, can we get better in forward areas to help us, our competition, to help the idea of him being more clinical, then I think we'll always look at that.
Is it a killer instinct that they're missing?
I don't know if it's killer instinct. It's just clear what's in front of us. I don't think people are ever trying to miss or taking the wrong options in front of goal. We're just not at the moment converting enough, and some of that is work and to keep working. And again, this is a work in progress. I'm not here to criticise anybody because we've just qualified in a really tough group to get through to the next stage of the Champions League. But for us, because we have standards here, and I know how much the players want also to be successful here. We all know it. It's very clear. So we'll keep working towards it.
How would you watch the draw? Would you regard it as free hit? You don't mind if it's Barcelona or not, or will you be sort of secretly hoping it's not PSG and Juventus?
Yeah, hope it's not who. Like if it's not them, it's them, and it's a very tough draw no matter what it is. No, I'll be watching it, pretty calmly. It is what it is. It's tough. We came second in our group. Any game that we get in the next stage will be tough, but we should be very pleased with that. This is the test and the challenge that we want. We should embrace the idea of whoever we get and go and take it on, no matter who we play.
On the back of Darren's question, Frank, can you sum up the achievement given the circumstances of the summer and the transfer ban and the fact that you were sort of forced to bring in a clutch of youngsters?
I think I believe in the group, and when the group comes up, I believe we're going to be competitive. And I thought it was always going to be tough, and when you lose the first game, that was even more apparent. So I think there's been a lot of resilience and quality shown to go to Lille and Ajax and get results. and to get through the group. And when you consider Ajax getting knocked out of a group, then it was obviously a tough one. But yeah, I think we know the problems of the transfer ban, and a lot of teams around us are spending and improving and pushing the limits, and that's part of being a top club. And we've got some younger players in there, but I don't want to keep making excuses for us. I know we've got a lot of work to do. I know that if we're going to bridge the gap to get to where we want to be, then we are going to have bumps in the road. The last 2 weeks has proved that. We need to be strong about that, resilient when it comes along, and be a little bit patient at the same time, because I think with the work, with the players we have, yes, we might want to improve as the windows come along, then I think we can keep moving forward.
Okay, we're going to do 2 more, then we're going to go.
Is there a concern, Frank, that if you bring quality in, it could affect the players that you've spoken about having a lot of belief in so far, like Mason, like Tammy?
No, I don't think it is a concern at all, because they're here to stay. I truly believe in that. I believe in the quality of all the young players here, and I want them all to get better, and they will improve for sure because of the age of them and because they're where they are in their development. But as we move forward and we want to improve the squad, it will be done with a view to what do we have and where can we get better. And I think if anything, those sort of challenges for the young players should be ones that they stand up to. If the squad hopefully keeps moving in the right direction now, and if we do bring players in, then that should be one where they go, okay, I want to show the player that I am. And knowing them as players and as personalities, I think they've all got that.
Frank, do you think you're going to do that in this window, given it's hard to bring players in that are going to be better than what you've got in January, which is notoriously difficult?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm calm about this window. I'm very calm about it. I think I know what the squad is. We feel very together within the dressing room. I think we are improving, and even the little bumps of the last 2 weeks are just part of the process. And I don't think that there may be, we don't see so much in January that you can do great business. If it's there to be done and it feels like it's right for the club, that's a conversation between me and upstairs. Then we may look at it, but I'm very calm with January. I believe in what we've got now, and I don't think we're going to be crazy just because the ban's been lifted. I think we need to just keep working from my point of view.
Okay, last one, Carrie, then we've got to go.
I've got huge respect for him, as you say. I'm sorry to hear that. I know it's been a tough situation for him lately, and saw his interview before the game actually, and I thought it was typically a very classy interview in what seemed a very tough time for him. He always handled himself brilliantly, and I think he can manage anywhere in the world at the top level, of course.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks all. Cheers.
Okay.